Hey everybody. Wow, that's weird looking. Hang on. Why is this so weird? Hang on, guys. I gotta fix it. It was off. That's crazy. Yeah, wait, what a way to start the show. There we go. Good enough for now. What's going on, everybody? It is your end of 2020 Grow Show. And then we are going to take like a month hiatus of doing the Grow Show. Big things coming. We're going to be talking about those in a little bit. And we're going to, we don't have a lot of news. Probably not going to be a long show. So I would definitely stick around. Check out in the, make sure you, if you want the show to last long today, just keep chiming in the chat. That's how we're going to roll. But I do got trusty notes. I got 2 pages of notes. And then we'll see what else is out there in the news, because there's really not a lot. Hey, Chris, what's up? It's been a while. You've been a busy boy, I noticed. Missed you, man. Missed you. What's up, Charles, Isabel, Jay Kite, Max? What's up? So here are the topics that I have for right now, and then we'll get something later. We got South Florida Mini Fair. We got Walt Disney World news. We got some Six Flags New England rumors, and there's an announcement coming up. And I know there's some great adventure stuff that I got to write down. Hang on. Let me write that down. All right. Sorry, guys. I really wasn't as prepared as I usually am, I should say. But that's all right. It's okay. I saw that, Chris, with the capacity at Universal. It's been Universal's been killing it with their Yep. Someone stole from Disney. That's on here, too. But yeah, so yeah, the capacity is like crazy. Everybody just wants to go. You know what the problem is? You don't have to make a reservation. So people are just like, go. Disney, you need a reservation. Other places, you need reservations to go to. So being able, number one, to be able to go, right now, no. But I mean, this is still, I want to see how capacity is once New Year's is done. So next week, that's what I want to see. I want to see how everything transpires from, what do you call it? The Christmas holiday season until after. Because I think you're going to start seeing the days of old when it wasn't as busy. Because people, especially right now, people are all freaking out. Who's going to get vaccines? Who's going to do, you know what I mean? Whatever, we're not out of the woods yet. Hopefully more sooner than later, but we're not out of the woods yet. So I think it's just gonna take a little bit more time before they take away the restrictions. You know what I mean? Jess got the vaccine today. She posted it. Well, she got it at work because she works at a hospital, and I was busting her chops. I was like, well, if you turn into a mutant, I'm gonna drop you off somewhere out in the woods. So I don't know. We will definitely see how things transpire with all this. I'll give you my opinion on SeaWorld in a moment, because I love SeaWorld. The vaccines work on the strain. That's good. They do. I mean, there are, what do you call it? There are a few hiccups here and there. You know what I'm saying? It's not all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I have to be careful when I take it. I can't just take it. Yeah, I heard about the Rip Ride Rocket Valley the other day. I forgot what day that was. I don't know if it was Christmas Day, day after Christmas. I forgot. I heard about it, though. But I didn't pay attention to it because I'm just like, 2020 has been a weird week. I don't know about the rest of you people, everybody out there. I don't know. It's just been 2020's just been a weird year, and it's just like every day it's starting to kind of merge into the next, and even going to work, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, I can't wait for to an extent. Like, I don't know what's gonna stick around for 2020. I have no clue. You know what I mean? Like, after 2020, after COVID's gone or manageable or whatever, however it rocks, I don't know where we're gonna be, what we're gonna do, how it's gonna be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had the crystal ball for that, because people have messaged me like, what do you think? What do you think? And then I'll go, oops, wrong button. I want to remove something off of my screen. Oh, I can get rid of that Christmas is over. We don't need that. Okay, we can make it look. Oh wait, that was something else. That's all right. We don't need it. I got rid of the Christmas stocking. You know what? There's been a lot of small news. The way that we used to consume news, because a lot of people can't go to parks for what, different travel restrictions. You know what I mean? And just, I don't know. It's just weird how it's happening, because things that were supposed to happen, you know what I mean? Like this year, if COVID didn't happen, we were supposed to have all these rides and all these things, and then parks didn't open and things went on. And so there's a lot, it seems like little tidbits of news versus piles of news. I mean, if you look back from now to when COVID started, before they talked about lockdowns and before COVID became really a pandemic, everybody was at the parks and stuff. And I can remember when they were like, we're shutting down the park. We'll be back to whatever. And then things just didn't open, and then nothing opened. And then things opened with, all these weird guidelines so that we could enjoy the parks. So it's just crazy all around. I take it. Really don't want to. I'm not sold on taking it, just because of my personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ready to jump into that ring for my health. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Freeze Valley. Well, I mean, I can understand, like in St. Louis, like Florida, that's a little weird. Like when you got like Mr. Freeze Valley, and I can understand that it's not warm like Florida. You know what I mean? It's colder. It's not. You know what I mean? I can understand wind and cold. You know what I mean? Some of them rides just don't deal. I mean, I see like Rip Ride Rocket. I mean, the writing has to be on the wall with that ride leaving at some point. When that is, I don't know. But at some point, they've had. I mean, I know that's a minuscule problem. You know what I mean? And hey, what's up, John? Man, I really thought we were going to end this whole Jersey Devil conversation. You know what I mean? And we still got the. I would love to. See, I feel that Six Flags Fun, the dude that we muted, and Max are the same person, and I think I figured out who it is. And if I see that person, I'll punch him in the face. If it is the person. Just for aggravation and being a stupid troll. Yeah, see, cold, wind, whatever. See, that'll yeah, there's a lot of things that play into making things valid. It could be not tested, too cold, the wind. There's variables for that, and as you can see, right then and there, right there, that for Florida, that's cold. You know what I mean? High of 40, and you're riding that thing, and that thing's just, you know? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get into some news, because like I said, there's not a ton, and then we'll bounce back and forth, and then we're going to talk about what's going on with the Grow Show, SFNEOnline, some stuff going. I'm not giving everybody all the goods, but I'm going to tell you things are going to change. And I had this realization, I think it was yesterday or the day before that. Uh, I've been doing this show for 8 years, and it's pretty much. Hey, what's up, Marcus? It's pretty much been the same format of a show for 8 years, so it's time for a change, and we'll be talking about that very soon. We're changing a lot of stuff, a lot, like to the extent that I'm actually having John added into the fold, and you'll be seeing a lot more of John. You'll be, you know what I mean? You'll be seeing a lot more of people. You know what I mean? Like when Charles does stuff, and Jay Kite does stuff, and John does stuff, and I do stuff, and whoever else jumps into the fold, we're building a team. We're finally building the team. People I trust. People that aren't going to be douches, and you know what I mean? These are people that I trust. And that's a big thing for me. I'm not saying, with Lindsay in it too. Don't, you know what I mean? Lindsay does stuff. I'm just saying these people, Lindsay, John, all these people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't expect anybody to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But I'm surrounding myself with awesome people that want to help. Anybody can help. I'm just saying. We're just doing that. Anyway, so let's start with the South Florida Mini Fair. I seen this come across, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So here's the... oh, hang on. I got to pull up the article because I didn't delete it. Hang on. I got to... All right. Let me pull up that stuff. Oh. Come on. All right. Live down there, and I know there's people that probably don't care, so just bear with me real quick because I thought it was kind of cool. But so their traditional fair that they usually have, the South Florida Fair, has been canceled, but they're replacing it with the South Florida Mini Fair, which will be presented outdoors at the fairgrounds. And it says, during the original fair dates of January 15th to the 31st, in a sense, this newly planned mini fair is a scaled-back version of the annual South Florida Fair and will still feature many of the fair's favorite activities. So basically because of COVID that they're doing it. So seating at all stages and ground entertainment is limited to provide for physical distancing. Online ticket purchase is encouraged to minimize touch points at the entrance. New ticketing system is being implemented to avoid paper tickets and minimize contact with, all the vendors, sponsors, staff members, all require, volunteers are required to wear masks while working. Food will be handled safely with all concessions required to utilize gloves, masks, sanitizer, and all guests are required to wear masks. There's going to be additional hand sanitizer stations and hand washing stations, additional signage in place, and the South Florida Fair maintains its high standards of cleanliness, and all high touch point surface like doors, railings, restrooms, and surfaces will continue to be clean. So tickets at the gate will be $10, good Monday through Friday, $15 on Saturday and Sunday. It's a savings of $5 compared to last year. There's live music, fair food, livestock shows, kiddie rides. It's smaller, but so if that was your kind of thing, and you were looking to go, there you go. There's some info. What about Jason? Yeah, while I'm looking at all this stuff, how was everybody's Christmas? Good Christmas, bad Christmas, blah Christmas? Like, how was your Christmas? Like, what did you get? Anything good? Not get anything? Did you get a coal in your stocking? I don't know. You let me know. But while you're typing down in the comments how your Christmas was, it's okay if you write a book or however much you can write. That's okay. And then I'll just keep tagging along on the news. Yeah, my Christmas, I'll be honest, Christmas for me, it was weird. No parents because they're home, you know what I'm saying? And then we opened presents. We ate like a Christmas lunch, dinner-ish thing, around lunchtime. And that was it. We didn't see anybody. We didn't do anything. We just vegged, and it seemed like Christmas would not end. It was the slowest. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else felt like that. It just seemed like Christmas just kept going and going and going, and it just like Christmas didn't want to end. And I was like, just end already, end already. If you see behind, I can't. My arm's not working right. To the pointing. Oh, I see dogs.
Are you on live yet?
Yep.
Shh, get over here, guys.
But if you look where the Stormtrooper helmet is, yeah, you ain't gonna see that. That's far away. Let me go get it. Is there anything else down here? No, that's all I brought down here, right? Oop, what's that? No, that's just one of those things. Ah, I got this. That's what I got. I dig it. I love the things. Yeah, it didn't feel like Christmas at all, John. Not at all. See what you do? You met with the grandparents and bumped into their family friend and her family at the local auditorium the other day.
I think I gave it to your father. I think he don't. I don't know where you put them.
What are you looking for?
The extension cords that I gave you the other day.
You didn't give them to me.
I gave you it in a tote when you were coming down the stairs. I got them.
Oh, I don't remember you giving me a tote. I remember seeing them, but I think you gave them to somebody else. Because I didn't, I don't remember putting them anywhere. Yeah, I don't remember putting the, what do you call it, the extension cords. But then again, I forget my brain even exists. Oh yeah, I'm still waiting on presents to come in too. I seen that, Jay. You were chilling at the fire. That was cool. I stuck my butt on the couch and watched TV. That's what I did. Oh, you know what? I watched National Lampoon Vacation because I didn't get to watch it all Christmas because I couldn't find a DVD. And then it magically appeared on Christmas. So I watched it. And John, that's fine. Because I ain't doing, you know what, nothing. The new festival at Over Texas will have fireworks, bars, new food. The new... You didn't even get coal? Well, you know what? I wouldn't have even cared if I got nothing. I'll be totally honest. Wee. What'd you get? A new jacket, Parkitect, Booms and Blooms DLC, Overcrowd, a Metro Station. What the hell's Mini PLA build? I don't know what the hell that is. I have no idea. Ah, John, of course I miss you, man. All right, let's see. All right, so here we go. Next tidbit of news. Disney Cruise Line, so their new ship, the Disney Wish, they finally put like when they're finally gonna sail, and that's the summer of 22. If you go on, you can. It said I think it was yesterday. I think they had a Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day celebration. They unpacked a sleigh full of Disney magic, including a brand new video of the Disney Wish. So you could see stuff. If you want to see inside there, you could go on there and do that. And only because I'm sure you guys heard about this. I don't know how you guys feel about this because if you remember, Six Flags is looking to do this. And if it does, I'm canceling my pass. You know, because of COVID, the QR passport saying that you've taken a vaccine or taken a test, then you can go places. If not, you can't get on a plane, can't get in a concert, you can't do nothing. I'm not taking a vaccine because it'll probably kill me. Any vaccine of any kind that I've taken I've been deathly sick. It's just my lot in life. So the flu shot, I get it for a full-blown week. Fever, throw up, everything. And anybody says I'm a liar, I'll punch you in the teeth, because I've you know what I mean? Forever. I stopped taking just the flu vaccine in what do you call it? Sometime in high school, because I was tired of being, even as a kid, tired of being sick every time I got the shot. Every time. Like, not like, I know people say, oh, no, your arm will hurt or something, or you might get some symptom. No, I get the full blown thing, and I'm down for a week every time. So I haven't taken it since then. If I was going to do it, I would require, free of charge because of this, to stay in the hospital overnight. You know what I mean? Because I would want to be watched, because if not, I'd be like screwed. You know what I mean? So I'm not, and if I'm not sick or nothing, I'm not going to take a test. Nobody's sick around here. No, you know what I mean? Like, we don't go anywhere. We don't do anything anymore. Like, we become hermits. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't done nothing. Like, I did Magical Lights 5. I sat in my car. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't, like, what was the last? Oh, I went to Mystic. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not risking my life for a vaccine. Now, I understand. If you want to take it, I'm not going to knock you if that's what makes you, you know what I mean? Like, you want it, go get it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. For me, I can't. I'm not willing to take the chance, the risk. I'm not going to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not risking my life. But if that passport thing comes through, I'm really stuck home, but that can't last forever, even if it does. I mean, if you know what I'm saying? Well, the second shot, she's the only one in the house that's taken it so far that I know of. I don't think her mom has. I know my kids haven't yet. I know, Devin, Jeremy, Alyssa, they haven't. I'm not taking it. You know what I'm saying? But that, like I said, that's my choice. If that happens, I'm going nowhere. Well, I know in my state they said everybody should be able to have. They're claiming in my state. I know that's not everywhere, but they're claiming by February everybody who wants one should be. We all know how that plays out. I'm just saying that's what they've said on the news. That we should be able to, everybody in the state by February. I'm thinking more like June, July. You know what I mean? But the same based on the phases, because they've already done frontline. They've done, local news. It's not, you know what I mean? Based off of what the governor said and whatever. I'm not buying it. I think like June, July is really, what do you call it? I think that's more reliable, more feasible timeline. In this state, there's only like a little over 1 million people in the state. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't even think we're like 1.1 million. I think we're like 1 point something million residents in the whole state. So we're very tiny, and we got a small population like Maine and New Hampshire and whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything she says anymore. I was sitting on the couch playing a game and just wanted to see what was going on. Oh, about the stimulus money. So, and they said, oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, they've, in our state, they've already done, and they've done prisoners. So I guess we're almost getting ready to the next step. I don't know what the timeline is. I don't care about the timeline. I mean, they're probably going to make my kids get it, and that's fine. They can go get it. You know what I mean? But I'm just hoping that this... And I agree with you, Marcus. They can't... I really... Oh, happy birthday to Ash. Tell her I said happy birthday. But what do you call it? They can't constitutionally make you do it. I should be able to book an airline ticket, go on there and go, let me on. I mean, I probably will get turned away and arrested and the thing, and then the charges dropped after I go, this is unconstitutional. You can't legally make me do this. It's not a law. Unless they make it a law, but it's unconstitutional, and you'll fight it, and then you'll have to take it to court and all that other crap. I don't know. But for me, like I said, this is just me. I'm not saying everybody else has got to follow my lead. And, think for yourself. Don't just... April, they said norms get the vaccine all over. Now, John, is that for here or everywhere? It all depends. It all depends on how they ramp up the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? I just want it all going so we can get back to our theme parks and get back to all the stuff we love. That is what I want for each and every one of all of us, not just myself. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've all had enough, right? How about all you guys? Have you guys had enough of this crap? I know I have. I follow the rules that I got to follow when I want to do things. And that's it. I hate them. I hate the mask. I hate, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, I hope social distance stays forever. And, hey, we should all take bets, right? Once the guidelines get lifted, right? No more masks, no more social distance. I know that's far away, but I'm just saying, when we get to that point, I want to take bets of when the parks stop constantly cleaning. You know what I mean? They're only doing this because the government's doing it so they can open. The second that that's done, and they're going to go right back to the way it was. You all know that. You know what I'm saying? If you believe otherwise, you're crazy. Max, do I think... No, and Chris, I've been saying that for a while now. I totally agree. 2022 is the year of normalcy. I've been saying that. I see, Marcus knows, especially Six Flags, but I think Six Flags is gonna be the first to drop out of cleaning. The second that they go, oh, no more man, no more nothing, whoop, throw that hand sanitizer away, open up everything. Because think about the amount of money that it's costing them to do this. It's costing them money. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna... Hey, it's all good, Charles, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to take a bet. Like, the day that they start doing that, you know what I'm saying? The day that, you know what I mean? Whenever that is, it's obviously 22, and that's not happening next year. You're going to be having to wear masks and do all this crap next year. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And I also think that Six Flags New England is not going to open until around Memorial Day or later. And the only reason why I say that, and don't punch me in the teeth for saying it, the only reason why I say that is only because the way that the governor of Massachusetts is, yes, he said phase 4 is when a vaccine and or treatment, but I think he's also under the assumption that we've gotten everything under control, and we clearly don't. The cases are too high. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna let them open. I mean, he could in April. Depends. We'll see where we are in April. We could be in that, you know what I mean, back to better levels with all the people being vaccinated. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, Darren, the super strain, it just makes it more contagious quicker. Yeah, all viruses, they always morph. When you look at like the flu, like just the flu itself, it's always morphing, changing, and whatever else they're doing. It's why the flu vaccine what do you call it? They kind of roll the dice and they go, okay, we're gonna think it's this flu vaccine. It's only like 40% effective because they have no clue. Now, yeah, it's gonna, better run and get your toilet paper. As soon as people hearing the super coronavirus, they're gonna be like, ooh, 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 I gotta get me toilet paper and everything. And it's just like, how you feeling, Darren? How you feeling, man? I saw something. You're out of the woods now. I mean, I hope. See, here's the thing. I'm joking. I'm being funny and saying, hey, let's take bets, but they shouldn't. Well, hey, you got to make that. Darren, because of you getting the Rona, I had to cut my own hair, and it wasn't good. I mean, it's not horrible, but it ain't your haircuts, man. I had to cut my own shit, and people were making fun of me. The back, it's hard to get the back. It's off a little. But, yeah, it's... Stop getting the Rona, man. See, here... I've been having this conversation. I even said that I'm like, I gotta cut my hair. I'm like, I would rather have a messed up haircut than go to Supercuts. Oh no, well it's cut now. Look, I gotta comb it, but it's not even. It's a fucking mess, and I gotta get it trimmed up. But I'm just saying, I had to do something. My hair, I had a mullet going. I had hair coming out of everywhere. It was like somebody put a nest on my head and was like, just, you know what I'm saying? And, but yeah, dude, it just, I didn't want to go to Supercuts. I don't know how many of you go to a barber or if you go to like Supercuts. You go to a barber and they like actually like cut your hair good. You don't get a 10-minute haircut. You're in there for like 30, 40 minutes like a broad. And when you go to Darren, you watch Darren and all the other barbers in there, they take their time. It's an art form. I don't grandparents. Just, all you got to do is you just listen, me jibber jab while you're making dinner for your grandparents. That's cool as hell you're doing that. Trying to figure out your anniversary dinner. That's cool, man. But yeah, so I'm just hoping that we can get back to Six Flags and everything else. That's what I want because I'm just sick and tired of sitting in this damn house. I'm going crazy. I'm about to just go somewhere. I'm going to go sit in the woods for a month and live under a tree. All right, so I talked about that, and that. All right, so somebody had mentioned, and yes, we're talking about it. There's this lady. She's a 53-year-old woman that worked at Walt Disney World. It's not that I want my trips to start flowing again. I just want to be able to take a trip. Like, the only places I think I can go to without having... Because, I was talking to Darren's dad, Ian, when he was over here the other day, and we were talking about, trying to do a trip with the dune buggy side-by-sides. And, like, he's been looking, and he's like, we can't go here, we can't go there because of COVID. You know what I mean? You have to quarantine before you can do it. So it's just, it sucks. I just want to be able to do something other than just stare at the walls. So I'm going nuts. I may try to keep my composure, and I'm dying on the inside, but I'm going nuts. I just don't... I feel like, what do you call it? The Shining. All work and no play makes Josh a dull. But the weird thing is, facing no felonies. The woman had worked at Walt Disney World since 1990, caught red-handed stealing over $34,000 during her tenure. At the time of her arrest, she was employed at the Transportation and Ticket Center near Magic Kingdom theme park. The defendant was responsible for issuing theme park tickets and magic bands to guests wishing to enter the various Walt Disney and subsequently void the transactions and pocket the cash. The sheriff report said Disney provided the sheriff office with a case packet which contained Disney financial documents, statements, and photographs, the incident report said. Compared with her colleagues, she had a lower cash sales, and the number of magic bands she activated stood out compared with how many she actually sold. According to Disney investigators' statement to the sheriff's office. In 2018 alone, she sold 1,965 magic bands, yet she activated 3,272 magic bands for people to use, according to Disney's records. The former cast member pleaded no... This is the weirdest stuff. Oh, she stole magic bands is what they're working on. Here's where things get weird. Usually when you steal that kind of money, you get felonies and crazy jail time and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, this is a slap on the wrist, honestly, which is crazy. So, the former cast member pleaded no contest to the theft, was placed on probation for 12 months, fined $273, and is now banned from entering Walt Disney World Resort property. So, there's the news at 11. The lady stole... See, she's not a very good thief, and I'm surprised it took them that long for them to find her stealing stuff. I used to be a master thief when I was young and broke, and I wasn't getting paid. I knew how to work the system. You're stealing the wrong stuff. I get it. Magic bands, they're money, people buying them, and that's probably what you're selling. And you don't... You just don't steal something that has to be activated. Remember that. Anybody being a future potential thief, do not steal things that you need to activate. That's how one thing you get caught. I will not incriminate myself of what I did, where I did it, and how I did it, but I ain't saying nothing. I'll leave you with that kind of stuff. I'm not totally incriminating myself. Plus, it happened so many years ago, I think the statute of limitations is over. I was a bad boy. Back in the day. But back then, I didn't care. I was a piece of shit. Honestly, back then. I mean, some people might think I'm still a piece of shit, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gotta do. All right, so Great Adventure. Huh. Something about a guy called the cops, caused the people stole... You talking about a TB? And then wanted... Oh, a BMW. And then wanted $1,000 for it. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. You know, I'll take $1,000 BMW, though. So, number one, Holiday in the Park got extended till I think the drive-thru experience down in Jersey. To drive through to see the Christmas lights, which I don't even know why anybody would, especially drive-through, would give a crap. Christmas is over. Done. But it's till like January 14th, 15th, something like that. So I figured you guys should know that. The next roller coaster has, in fact, resumed construction. That was supposed to open this year, but due to COVID, obviously, we know it didn't open. It's supposed to open next year. It's still on track to... to do the thing. I hope these things are good. I got them today. I'm not a huge fan of strawberry guava, but strawberry. But anyway, so Jersey Devil has resumed construction. So, and there wasn't much left. They had the station, right? I don't know how much was left. Oh, this is gross. I ain't gonna lie. That was gross. So yeah, it's resumed construction. Let me see. I know. Yeah, I've been hearing that rumor too, Jay, about over Texas, the Aqua thing. The Aquaman water coaster is supposed to get the turntable, another car. Look, a park like Quasi, Lake Compounds, Canopy Lake could deal with just one car. But you should never. That's being cheap and that's being lazy. You should never go the cheapest route. If you can't afford to do it right the first time, don't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do it right the first time, do not do it at all. Unless you're like a tiny park. You know what I mean? If you're a small park, by all means, go and do it. Because the way I look at it is if you're doing that... Wait, what thing did you send me? And when did you send it? Are you talking about the rumor, the announcement, John? Charles, you are 100% correct. Charles is saying to me, that is what is happening. If that's what is happening with Aquaman, I'm looking forward to the new manager. We talk about this all the time. Six Flags owns way too many parks, between dry parks, water parks, and it's hurting. You'll get attendance boost when you add something new. So if you're going to, take 2 years, 3 years or whatever, and get a big attraction, right? You invest, you get a big attraction. You'll see the bump. You put in these little stupid things, it's doing nothing. People are like, ah. You know what I mean? Like, there is no more, to me, there is no more excitement when they announce every year rides. There's just no excitement anymore. Because they can't afford to put in the really awesome stuff. Or parks around here aren't getting the really awesome stuff. For whatever reason there is, I don't know. But they're not. And it's really upsetting me. I mean, not to the point where I'm like, F everybody. I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with it. We're here too, So, I agree. They should, I'm telling you, get away from the every year attract. How many out there here do you get an attraction every year? Say yes or no in the comments. I want to see how many of you actually care or don't care. Like, let me word it to you. Does it make or break your experience if they didn't add an attraction every year? Like, say they added one every 2 years. Say even 3. Say Six Flags goes, every 3 years now you're going to get a ride. Is that going to affect you going to a park? Yeah, I would rather have quality than quantity. I don't care. There are a lot of parks, not just Six Flags, but Cedar Fair parks, and so, you know what I'm saying, that don't have the room to add stuff every year. Because what's going to happen is within 10 years, you're going to add 10 rides, right? Say there was no pandemic. 10 years, you had 10 rides. Eventually, you've almost replaced all your crap rides. And then you have all New Year's rides that are 10 years old. You're going to start removing them? No, eventually you're stuck. You're not going to go remove something you put in 10 years ago that's still perfectly fine and not a piece of crap. Exactly, Jay. To be honest, not really. I just want my park to look nice and beautiful. That's all I want. I mean, Six Flags New England is a great park. It has its issues, just like I've yet to find the perfect park. It doesn't exist. And if you think it is, either you have low expectations or you just can't, or just don't care. I mean, for the most part, I don't care, but I'm always trying to find that park that, even if I have to travel far distances to get to, you know what I'm saying? You're right, Chris. Here's the problem. The Florida parks, right? You got all the Disney parks, you got all the Universal parks, you got SeaWorld. All the parks down there are pretty good. You know what I mean? And because of that, they've built this system of parks and the way that they do things. Like, honestly, there's only 3 companies that are actual theme parks in the United States. Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld. SeaWorld's not Disney Universal, but they're like third. When you go to a theme park, you're immersed completely. I'm not immersed when I go to a Cedar Fair park, Dollywood, any of them places. Kennywood, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody that's calling themselves a theme park, Six Flags, they are not theme parks. They are amusement parks with cardboard cutouts. You know what I'm saying? And fight me. I'm telling you, that's... You just because you slap a name on it and go, I got Looney Tunes in DC. Yeah, but Dollywood, I can't speak for Silver Dollar City because I've never been there. I've been to Dollywood. I love Dollywood. I'm not talking shit about Dollywood. I'm just saying it's not a theme park. It's not. An amusement park? Yes. A good amusement park? Yes. A theme park? No. Because those parks are not fully immersed. You know what I mean? And please don't take it as I'm like trats and everything and how everything's run. Put even Dollywood next to Universal. Not even in the same atmosphere. Like Disney and Universal are like... Their level's like out of spot of a plane and go parachuting. No, Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. Last time I was at Dollywood was 2015. So based on that, I would disagree. Like when you know what I'm saying? See, I love escaping with the big boys and going with the little boys, like Jay does. That's why I'm not a huge fan. It's crowded, and two, the ride lineups that they got around there. What do you call it? Because of that, you know what I'm saying? I like quality over quantity. I don't care. I mean, I used to love Great Adventure. I've never loved Cedar Point. You know what I mean? I do want to go back to Cedar Point. It's just, I'm not in a rush. A year or two. I'm going to wait till I can go without having to wear a mask, and because that park sucks in the summer. It's too hot. There's no shade really, except for that little area. There's one little area back, like when you're heading like towards Maverick. There's a wooded area, like a little tiny wooded area. And it's like walking in the sun and dying. You know, I haven't done it yet. I want to see the new logo. I am a male. I am old as dirt. I'm not a robot. Yeah, I want to see this. Have you visited at least once any theme park, zoo, animal park, water park, and all that three? I have. I live in Rhode Island. What? What the hell happened? Or I've already participated in that survey, it said. What? That's crazy. Whoa. I like that. I actually like that. Yeah, I'll put it into the camera. There you go. That's the logo that they're thinking of doing. I like it. I think it's nice. I think they should roll with that. Like if that was like on a zipper hoodie, I would buy it. Or if it was like on a t-shirt, I would buy it. I guess I needed to go make an email and say, hey, put that thing on a t-shirt. But let's look at it again quick. I think it was I moved things around on my phone. I have way too many apps on. I got to get rid of it. But yeah, so this is So that's what they're thinking about going with. And if they do, I think it's fantastic. The official park of family fun since 1846. I know on the bottom it was blurring out to stuff, but that's just whatever. But I like that logo. It's simple yet effective. What was that? Oh yeah, did everybody see Mariana Gilligan's Island died? She was 82 or something. Died of COVID. Very sad. Well, hey, if that's what they go for, hey, I'm all about it, man. Like I'm actually digging it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. All right, so let's get into the SFNE news that I know some people are waiting for, and then we'll talk about what's going on with the Grow Show and stuff like that. So, all right, so two things. One, I guess Monday, January 4th, it looks like they're going to be extending Holiday in the Park lights. Now, I don't know if they're going to be adding a drive-through option or walk-through. I mean, if they had drive-through, this is kind of... Like, I get it. They're trying to make money, and I'm not knocking it, but I'm knocking it at the same time because I'm like, it's so late in the game, why even bother? I know they're trying to make as much money. They must be doing decent enough to keep it going. Because if not, they would have shut it down. If they weren't making any money, they would have shut it down. They were not, especially this year, they were not going to take a hit. So there must be demand for it. Now, two, there's a rumor going around. Now, I'm sure you guys want... I'm not saying who told me. This is a trusted source of a person that every time they've came through with rumors have been 100% on point and correct. So take this with a grain of salt. Nothing is, there is no formula anymore because of COVID. That's all out the window for right now until we get back to some kind of normal. But here is the room for Six Flags New England. All right, so everybody's been kind of hoping, Goliath leaves. Now, I don't know when Goliath is going to leave. It may never open. It may open. I don't know. I know people have reached out to Jen. I have too. And it seems like when they do get to reopen the park, you know how like this year they said that every park is going to lose a ride. Right? So, what do you call it? It looks like it's going to be like a flat ride that we're going to lose. It's probably going to be like, what do you call it? Tomahawk or something like that. It's probably going to be a flat ride. It could be Kontiki, could be Scrambler, could be Tomahawk, could be Houdini. I don't know. Nobody's telling us, but they said the code, and it could be kind of throw off the scent. Maybe Goliath does go. We haven't heard anything yet, but I know everybody's like Goliath or Gotham City Gauntlet. Please get rid of it. Flashback. Now, what potentially could be happening is you could potentially lose Goliath and Flashback, or just Goliath, depends on what they're doing. But it looks like at least around the Goliath Flashback area that, Fiesta's going to lose a ride, Jay. I don't know which one, but they're all losing a ride. I don't know if they're going to remove them, refurbish. Do you remember how they're talking about remove, refurbish, rotate kind of thing? I haven't heard any more since then. But I think every park is going to lose at least one thing. Which is fine. You get rid of the crap and you add something good. There you go. But the rumor is, that thing like Aquaman down over Texas. There's a rumor floating around that ride, not that particular one, but a model of that is going to go in the Goliath Flashback area, which wouldn't have a superhero theme. Shocking! Which is fine, because I'm so sick of the stupid superhero crap. You know what I mean? So that's the rumor. That's what I'm hearing. And the person that told me is usually so far they've been 100% correct over the last 10 years. So, like I say, it's not official. This is just the grumblings, because think about this. They announced that one attraction is leaving every park. Something. Whether it's ride rotation program, throw it in the trash, or it gets refurbished. Something is going to happen to, 15 rides or something they said? Something is going to happen to the attraction. Something's going somewhere, somehow. I don't think those aqua coat, like the Aquaman, the Mark Power Split, I don't know what the cost is on them, but they're not they're not as, well, let me see something. I don't know. Give me a second. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see anything for that yet, but don't hang on. Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, I don't see a price tag on that yet. I would say probably anywhere between 6 and 12 million. Yeah, I mean that. Oh yeah, I heard about the tribute, Jay. It was the kid's like 8-year-old son. They signed him to a contract, and he's going to be on the tribute. Yeah, I heard about that. I know tonight at 9:00 is the final Patreon stream. It's fun. So, like I said, this show isn't going to be long tonight, which is fine. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I wanted to brainstorm a little bit, and I really entrust in everybody's feedback. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you everything is going to happen all at once. So, first tidbit of news is the Grow Show will go on a hiatus for 1 month. I'm not saying there's not going to be any videos. I'm not saying there's not going to be any Planet Coaster. I'm just saying there's not going to be a Grow Show for 1 month. Let me look at the calendar. Today is the 30th. The show will return on February 3rd. I don't know what exactly is going to happen when we come back. What I can tell you is going to happen, there's a few things that's going to change around here. And the reason why, unfortunately, dude, no. It's going to take me, I think, a month to kind of get my ducks in a row. And you're going to start seeing videos popping out with some of the stuff that we're testing out. But what I'm talking about is, and I think I talked about this last week, because what do you call it? I've been watching the ICP Patreon thing just because I like them, but it kind of sparked some inspiration. Sort of copy in a sense, but not. We're not going to do any of the stuff that they did. But it inspired me for something that I should have did long ago. And maybe I have in the past, and I just never went through with it. And what I mean by copy is what they do with their podcasts and events and stuff. I want to do that, but just dedicated towards what this is, not what they do. But the idea is the same. And what I mean by that is have different shows. It's not the same show. You know what I mean? So instead of just doing the Grow Show, what I'm saying is it might be like, it's either going to be the Grow Show happens like once a month, but there's a show every Wednesday, but it's something different. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the same format. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be me every week giving you news. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do not hate this. I'm just saying that it's time for a change. This has been exactly the only thing that has changed in 10 years, or 8, what is this, 8 years, is the background. It's always been news, show some pictures, show some videos, do some show and tell kind of thing, have a guest here and there. It's always been that. We are, and I got to talk with John. He don't know this, I'm just talking. John and his fiance, we're going to have a meeting, matter of fact, Saturday, talking about pushing in the future. Now, Charles has come up with ideas. Lindsay's always coming up with ideas. John's always coming up with ideas. Even AJ throws out some ideas every now and then. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to do is my whole thing, like, I know, like, my life is meant to entertain people, whether I suck at it or I'm good at it. I just like having fun. I try to make people laugh. I want to give you the news. I want to do the goods, but I need something a little more. A little bit more than what I'm doing. It's just, in my mind, it's like, it's just repetition. It's boring. We need to up the ante. Every show is still going to have a chat. You know what I'm saying? Every show is going to have a chat like this. We're always going to communicate and talk. But we could be doing, so like, say like this show is once a month, right? Just say one Wednesday a month is the Grow Show. And then I can always do news things, like talk about news that come up, make just a recorded video to put up, talk about news, and everybody continue the conversation. But what if we had a night, it's just a guest. It could be a friend. It could be John. You know what I mean? It could be John. It could be Charles. It could be anybody. It could be somebody in the industry. It could just be somebody that loves amusement parks. And we're just sitting here having a conversation. I can tell you, and I know we briefly touched on this last week, is John and I are going to do a cooking show. But the cooking show is all theme park food related. So he knows we're going to get the recipes because during this pandemic, everybody dropped recipes for all their big top-notch, like Disney, Universal, Dollywood. Everybody's been doing it. So we're going to take them recipes or our favorite foods and we're going to show you how to make them. We might even do a cook-off and just be funny. You know what I mean? But it's always going to be related to theme park stuff. Hauntapalooza, I got other ideas going on with that. And that's for a different conversation for a different day. Ooh, I only got 2 candies left. Wait, how many? I hope I didn't, like, OD on this thing. I hope not, but we'll see. So, basically what the meeting that John is and I'm not trying to cut out anybody. You know, like Jay, Kai, Charles, or anybody. Lindsay. It's just John lives the closest to me. Like, if Charles ever wants to come down and do the show, by all means. He can. Even if he's got to stay the night, yeah, he can. Anybody can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to talk about it right now because we don't want nobody to steal these ideas. But Charles came up with a great idea for social media that he wants to work on. That we briefly talked about. And I said, dude, make it your own. Do it. Have fun with it. You know what I mean? He has the capabilities to post on social media, so he's going to do it, and it's cool. And I love what he brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he brought to the table, he asked me about it, he wanted my feedback. I'm like, dude, do it. Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I was digging what he's doing. It's something that we should have been doing and we didn't do. Hey, you know what, man? It's all good. See, again, there's all, like, I'll give you this example. And I told Charles about this either today or yesterday. The other day, when ICP did a stream, they're purposely doing different streams to see what works and what doesn't work. And they're going to keep what works and throw out what doesn't. They did a cook-off. That thing was funny. They did the Zen of Love podcast where they gave relationship advice. You know what I mean? And then they had one the other day. I think it was Saturdays. Uh, whatever day it was, but it was called A Night with the Crystal Die. Might have been Monday night. I don't remember. Yeah, I gotta do it. I just been so busy. I want to slow down again. I kind of hope we. I mean, I don't want. I don't hope that. I don't hope we get another like major lockdown like we did for 3 months. I'll definitely like put a gun in my mouth. Well, not really. I wouldn't do that. I like life. I like living, even when I'm broke or whatever. But yeah, I gotta just do. There's a lot. That's why I'm taking a month off of doing a grow show. I'm still gonna make videos. Still gonna. Oh yeah, the Night of the Crystal Die. I keep scatterbraining. So basically, they had a 30-sided die. They roll it on the gaming table, and they look at the number, and they had all these things. They had 100 different topics. In case, multiple numbers got rolled. And it was just like different topics, like, oh, you crazy arrest, or a secret they didn't want nobody to know. It was, if you were president, what 3 things would you change? And then ICP and then Jump Steady, they would talk about whatever the topic was. And then, like, when it was, like, certain things, like, I ain't saying nothing, but this... Like, I'm not incriminating myself. Or they tell stories or whatever. So... I'm not gonna break out a gaming table with a 30-sided die and then write questions to theme parks. It's just it's just to inspire, to come up with ideas. So when John and I and Ash sit down on Saturday, we're just gonna write the ideas down. We're not gonna like go on immediately into production with this, but we're just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you may see 30 different shows. And then after we do all 30 of the shows, or whatever it is, 30 different, say we pick 30 different ones, and then we go and we do 30 different live streams. Well, maybe we take the top 5 and just rotate, or let's say we take top 8, top 10 most viewed shows, and we just keep rotating a schedule. Like, like the Grow Show happens, there's guaranteed every month. You know what I'm saying? And then the next different show. Then, you know what I mean? Just keep rotating and run. I'm legit got my paper. Excuse me, I know I'm a little piggy. What the hell is this? I always keep talking about how this is a community and everything, and that's why I'm asking for everybody's input. Even if you're watching this not live, you couldn't watch it tonight, leave it in the comments. And I'm gonna write it down. Blank paper. So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna title this SFNE Online 2021. So that way John can see it. See? And we're just going to write down all of your ideas right here. Now, Jay Kite. Yeah, we could do... Well, see, here's the problem. We have 2 YouTube channels. One's just dedicated to Haunapalooza stuff, the Haunted House stuff, and then you got the Grow Show. And that's it. But, you know what I'm saying? Well, see, Jay Kite, here's the thing. You not necessarily have to come up with a show. I mean, maybe you have an idea you'd like to see done. Maybe like one of the rotating thing is a vlog series. You know what I mean? Like when we can get back into normal stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be... I mean, there's so many things on the table that I just want to change and do. I want to add more humor. I want everybody to laugh more and just hang out more. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole pandemic thing messed everybody's head up. Everybody's mentally messed up right now. Everybody's messed up. We need to be like that. What do you call it? Like one of them, like a AA meeting. We're just hanging, chilling. But Jay, everybody is always good at one, at something. Whatever that is, I don't know. I can't tell you what you're good at and what you're not good at. I don't know. But like I told you, we were talking private. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to blow up Jay's spot, but he's like, I don't know, I don't think I'm that good at making videos. What do you think? That was a conversation we had. You know what I mean? And I told Jay this, and I will tell everybody the same thing. You're not going to be good at it the first time you try it. It takes you legit got to practice. If you practice and you keep doing it, I'm not even where I want to be with videos. I do things half-ass, quick. I just want to do it quick. I can make a video. Like, all right, say I go to Six Flags, right? If you notice, my videos really aren't edited a lot. I don't touch them up. I don't put a lot of effects. Once in a while, I make a roll go whoop whoop, slow motion, something. Like, I don't put a lot of effort in. I just want to put a video together and just show you. You know what I mean? And like I said, you got to find what you're good at. You know what I mean? If you don't like, maybe you don't like making videos. Maybe you like to, like right now, I take the videos and I just edit them up quick for Jay or John or me. And some people may not have the software or the knowledge, the know-how, how to do something. And that's fine. But if anybody wants to contribute somehow, let me know. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Things don't happen overnight, but we brainstorm. That's what it's all about. I just want to kind of up the ante and make sure that everybody's entertained. And that's why I've been hand selecting, picking people that have the passion that I do. That's what it's about. You got to have the passion. Like Lindsay and Charles, even, Charles, everybody, you know what I mean? And I'm glad and thankful to have all these friends that are willing to help the cause. And the cause is to keep SFNEOnline going. And then eventually it gets handed down to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? Just like AJ, AJ took over at one point, and then now I took over, and then someday down the road, when whoever the next candidate to run it is, will do. And that's what we'll do. So let me see. Jay says, I have an idea for your show. So I'm wanting to take some great photos of different theme parks, like at night, and during the different seasons, take photos. Well, what we could do with that is we could throw that up on Instagram. That's the perfect place for those. If you want to give us photos in Texas, right? Because I know you said you started like wanting to take good photo, like we were talking. And if you take some really, yeah, see, look, scavenger hunt challenges we can do. There we go. I like that. It might not be good for a live show, but it's an idea that I do want that we can do. We could do it on social media while I'm at the park. If there's somebody at the park and you want to maybe win a prize of some kind or something, and I happen to bring one in the park, and I happen to leave it somewhere and make you go on a scavenger hunt. Yeah. Even some of the scavenger hunt stuff could be recorded and played during a live thing and talking about it or something. Be like, oh, look at this crazy crap we did. You know what I mean? Like, put it this way. Look at, like the news or like a late night talk show. You're talking and then they have all these skits. And, that they play during, hey, go to this. Or it could be a recorded thing that's been rehearsed. Like Jay Kite could be recording from Fiesta, Texas. Send me a video to put on. Be like, hey, I'm live from Six Flags San Antonio. Like be at SeaWorld San Antonio. You know what I mean? We could do some Like, that's the kind of stuff we're going to start doing. We're going to do some funny stuff. Some of it may work, some of it may not. And that's why it's up to you guys to decide if it's going to work or not work. Because I got a twisted mind, you guys know that. There may be, I mean, it's all going to be appropriate-ish. You know what I mean? For 97% of the time, it's going to be appropriate. There will be some probably bad language here and there. You know what I mean? Like, I have nothing holding me back from being this, trying to be as nice as possible, not to make anybody mad kind of thing. There's nothing to hold me to that anymore. And it's so refreshing. It is so great. I don't have to play by a book. I don't have to play by a rule. I don't have nothing to do with any of that crap. I don't have to follow a code of conduct. I don't have to worry about roller coaster Big Brother watching over what I say and do. You know? Life has been good. Well, we didn't really, Larry, we didn't really do a year in review show like we usually do. There's really not much of a year to review. But, hey, Larry, I'm glad you're here. I don't know how much you've been listening. I don't know, like, if you just dropped in now. But Grove Show and all this YouTube stuff for us is going to change finally, Larry. And I could talk more with you in private, so I don't have to re-say the whole thing. But the show goes on hiatus, comes back February 3rd. And we can talk between now and then, but we're going to not do the Grove Show every Wednesday, but in place of it, this is the short version instead of redoing everything, Larry, is instead of the Grove Show will happen once a month. But the other Wednesdays will be other different, could be a cooking theme park food, could be anything that we can come up with. So, yeah. So if there's ideas, Larry, you want to bring to the table, you know, that you are always more than welcome to come. For those that don't know, Larry and his wife, Tina, they used to be regular co-hosts. You know, we were all co-hosts together. And now I'm bringing, I know with COVID and all that other crap, but once we can, you know, get you guys back on here, you know what I mean? Because, like, John lives, like, I forgot, 25, 30 minutes away, 20 minutes away, something like that. So he can come, you know, more often, and he's a lot closer. But let me just say, Larry, we got to bring it back old school, man. But we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff. It's not like the Grove Show every week, no more. We're going to do different shows, whether it's cooking, whether it maybe a game, maybe play, you know what I got? I'm going to do something. I just had an idea. Oh, that was from last week. Oh, yeah, we can still do... I got to get rid of this. Hang on. Hang on. Talk amongst each other for 2 seconds. So look at my background. I just came up with an idea. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Yes, right here on top. I can do this. Sorry, guys, but this can't see it yet. Hang on. Let's see. I don't know how many people have seen this board game before. Anybody seen this? Anybody ever play that? Anybody ever played this game? I don't know if anybody's ever seen it or played it. But here's the back. So you can kind of see what's... Maybe we have maybe one show is playing that game live. Yeah, the reason why I mentioned the cooking thing, Larry, it's because you cook. But what we're trying to do, well, yeah, it's weird. You could build up the rides. It's just like going around doing things. I haven't played it in so long. You know what I'm saying? But the cooking thing, the main thing is cooking theme park food, because we're a theme park related show. That's what we are. If I want to do other stuff, I go do it on the Martin's Family Channel, Hornapalooza, whatever it fits into. But we can, we're gonna do the cooking. We can do a cook-off, right? I know, like fairs and stuff, they do a chili cook-off, or they do some other kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, news does spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? But what do you call it? Who was saying that? Jay. The news updates. I mean, unless you're getting like a fresh new news thing like that hasn't hit the airwaves, I would kind of do like what I do when I go to a park. Just film around it, showing what your day's like. Like what you've been doing. You can make them longer. I would, like I said, you've been doing great sticking around 5 minutes. If you want to make them longer, make them longer. Or if you want to do food reviews of different foods down there, like how your burgers are. I know burgers are burgers, but, I know you guys have different food, but say, hey, take a picture of what you ate, video yourself eating, talking about it. Marcus has done it. John has done it. I've done it. You know what I mean? We always do food reviews, but... Larry, let me ask you, what cooking, we can also do like a cook-off, like, hey, who makes the best, blah, 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 blah. Like if there's if somebody's not here and doing it on Zoom, it's going to be tough. Nobody's going to be able to pick a winner, because you need to have judges. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have judges to determine what's good or not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So there's a lot we can do. And I know a lot of it will get better as the pandemic goes away and restrictions and guidelines and all this other crap are lifted. You can still do the stuff even with guidelines. You can. But it does make for a pickle. But I've watched how you can do a cooking show during a pandemic and a cook-off with judges. I watched how it can be done. So there's just ways you got to do it. That's all. And then we could do it. What I'm going to do, Larry, I don't think you're added. I'm going to add you to the SFNEOnline chat that we have. I'm going to there so we can all talk about all the stuff. I know Lindsay's in it, and Charles is in it, and AJ's in it. We're going to add you, Larry, to that. We're even going to add Jay Kite to it as well. But yeah, like I said, the ideas for the show, anytime, like I said, at any given time, you don't hesitate to shoot ideas. You don't just have to, you know what I'm saying? I remember you saying something about the clam chowder. You gave it like 5 yummies or something. I remember that. You were like, I give it 5 yummies. I remember seeing that. I do, yep. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to give ideas, you know what I mean? Like, if people want to, contribute videos and stuff, it's all good, man. I think I drew a boob on a guy's head. Yeah, see? Cook off. Scavenger hunt. I just started drawing things. That's how I draw it. Not very good. I do not draw good. Isn't Ashley in it too, or is that a different? Ashley in what? I don't know what I've seen. I've watched a lot of stuff. Try to just stick to certain things with this channel, and you don't have to. I kept trying to stick to New England. If I just did that, guess what? If the Grow Show was strictly New England stuff and this channel was strictly New England stuff, this year would have been the worst year for this YouTube channel ever. Like content wise, it would have been horrible. I probably wouldn't have done much. I would have been like, taking a year off, see you next year, you know. But the whole point is anything that's talked about or whatever that's at IAPA, I utilize on this channel, because IAPA is the International Amusement Park whatever Association of, it's a long ridiculous name, but they're always talking about festivals and fairs and theme parks and water parks and museums and zoos and animal parks and all this stuff. So why can't I talk about those things on here? You guys are all like on the dick of all these people because you want to, you know what I mean? But then if I go and do, oh no, you can't do that because that's not what you're about. Who are you to tell me what we're about? It's ever evolving. Can't be the same thing. Yeah, you know, Mardi Gras, Hollowfest, Christmas, any stuff like that, dude. That's what you try. You know what I mean? If you're gonna try something different, I'm not saying purposely go out of your way for the channel to go spend ridiculous money. I mean, you can always do things on the cheap. The cheapy is cheaper, because I do. I always try to do things on the cheapest way I can. I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, I'm glad, because by doing that, it's like I've always said about, especially the Grow Show or any video I make, is to show you the cool thing that I did that hopefully you can go do if you like it, or if it's something that you like and you wanted to see it. That's why I make the videos. You know, I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I stay true to myself. I'm just filling in the line. I don't know why. And the Six Flags Fun Guy, question answered. Cha-cha-ching, cha-ching. So I'm going to keep this here. And then Saturday, John, Ashley, and I, we can have the meeting. All out of my medicine for the day. You know what I'm saying? We can always talk. JK, always, you know, if you're going in, you're like, hey, you want me to film something? Or if you need, you know what I mean? If you're like looking for it, don't ever hesitate to text me. I always get back to you. You know what I'm saying? So, well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. Hopefully I inspired something, because over Texas, I like that park. I don't care. I know it's been like going through this bad little time that it's had, but I really enjoyed the park when I was there. I've only had one visit there, but when I was there, I really did like the park. I did. I know people trash the park just like they trash everything, you know? I mean, you gotta get better. It's like they hit their bottom and now they're gonna go up. However, and you know what? I'm excited to see how this guy Ron turns it around from what they had before. It's gonna be awesome. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I know this is usually the year-end show that we do is a little different. We usually do like a top 10, and then usually I make this video about what, you know, all the crazy cool things we did in 2020, well, whatever year it is, you know what I'm saying? And but because this year was such a crap fest, I was like, do we really want to go down memory lane like that? Probably not. I mean, I am going to do a 2020 in review video, but it's just not going to be played. I didn't make it. I'm waiting to see if I happen to do something. I still got a day to do something left in the year, and then I can do whatever. It's just going to be a crap. It's, you know. Yeah. That by all means, that's fine. If you get information, Jay, go ahead. Lindsay, how many times do people want to keep talking about the same stuff over and over and over again? It's time, you know what I mean? We still have this Grove Show, and we're always going to do the Grove Show, and we're always going to have fun like this, but we need to add more stuff to it. More adventures. Dude, anything that's a tourist attract, anything that can be considered a tourist attraction, go with it. You know what I'm saying? Always, even if I'm missing something, let's be like, hey, what about you make a video about this? You know what I mean? Again, I want to go to Mystic again. I want to go to show people. I mean, people can look at it now online, but I want to go Rocky Point, you know, down to the park and go walk around and go, you know what I mean? Like, go do that. Like, it'll be cool. For people that have been to Rocky Point Park, see what it looks like now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have a problem about hunting and fishing. I'm down with all that. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, in the playlist, you know, playlists on this channel. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, at Rocky Point, they have plaques that they put up, like these signs where, like, House of Horrors were, certain rides were, certain buildings, you know, certain things. And then I can, you know, walk around and show certain other things. So that's in the works to you know what I mean? To do. And maybe I should find a day that John and I can go do that. Because you'd have two Rocky Point fanatics talking about, you know what I mean? It could just be a video we make and just walk around. I'll talk to him on Saturday about that. But yeah, also Larry, he used to do the top 10 GP comments. I remember when we used to do that. Is what videos do good and what videos do bad. I mean, I'm always going to just make videos. That's how you learn what's good. Sitcom, YouTube series. I don't know. I'm just using an example. And say they do good. You keep doing it. And say I do another kind of thing, different kind of series, and that don't do okay. After like 2, stop. You know. Parks. Yeah, you can always make a top 5. Top 5 food, top 5 flats, top 5 roller coasters, top 5 merchant t-shirts. I don't know. Top 5 bathrooms. Just tell me the best one with the best air conditioning. That's what I like to do. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight. Hopefully you have a great new year. Let's kick that new year off good. Let's kick 2020 in its ass. And let's roll on, man. Come on, we need to get through this so we can all be hanging out again. Because I'm tired of sitting, looking at these walls. Help me before I put my head through one. You know. But have a great night. I'll see you guys. I'm going to add some people to the chat and all that. And we'll be talking. And we're going to keep progressing. Remember, February 3rd is the next Grove Show. I better write that down because I am going to forget. And don't ever hesitate, anybody, to contact us in any form and be like, hey, I got an idea. I don't care if it's just a regular view and you're like, hey, I'd like to see you guys do this. You know, peace.